Hello guys, I'm Kevin. Thanks very much for tuning back into Mersey Scents. Now if you want to smell good and get your fragrances at the right price, you've come to the right place. Now today I'm going to talk about a house that I've just started testing recently and they get a lot of hype. Now this house do a lot of clones, but they also do their own original creations. And I've been very impressed with everything I've tried so far. I think I've tried about 3 fragrances from them. So that house today that I'm going to dive into is Alexandria. So I'll go through the presentation first. Now the presentation on these is really good. As you see, you've got the Alexandria logo on the front. That's just like a gold printed in little logo. Very nice. On the sides, you've got nothing. And at the back, you've got a little explanation about the history of Alexandria, which is very good, I think, a nice little touch. Now I think I've seen Chris's video on Fragmental about the new presentation they've got, where they've got a little pulley at the bottom and it flips up. This must be an old presentation. So yeah, let's dive right into it. Now the fragrance we're going to talk, here's the one, sorry. I'll just show you the inside. Now it just sits nice and snug inside like that. If you can see, the box pulls out. Now the fragrance today I'm going to talk about is Dual Cremona, if you can see it. So now I think this, to be honest with you, is only available in the UK. I don't think this has ever been released in the US. So this is a 30 ml extrait de parfum. So you've got the Alexandria on the front, nothing on the sides, nothing on the back, and nothing at the bottom. Now you've got this lovely little wooden cap. It's like a wooden cap, plastic in the middle, and it fits nice and snug. Very, very nice presentation. Really impressed with the presentation of these. So that's just a presentation. Now, this is a clone of Sospiro Duetto, which is I've never ever smelled before. Very rarely come across it. I had to look at what it was, and it's a lady's fragrance. As I say, I've never smelt it, but to me, what I get off this, off the initial spraying, I get a big blast of vanilla and bourbon. Now, to me, what I think this smells like, and I get from it, is a nice toned down version of Maison Francis Care de Jean's Oud Satin Mood. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Oud Satin Mood. I think it's too overpowering, too strong, too sweet and too medicinal. Whereas this is the way it should be done, I think. This is Oud Satin Mood with a bit of vanilla, like an Irish, Bailey's Irish cream, I say, sitting next to it. So you've got that backbone of the rose and the oud in it. I will leave the notes down below, by the way. I'll leave them there so you can have a good look at the notes, because there is quite a bit in them. So I get that quite a lineal oud and rose that sits all the right the way through, like as you would get with the Oud Satin Mood. But sitting next to that, you've got a nice creamy vanilla, bit of bourbon, and you've also got all little florals sitting next to it, which makes it really, really nice. I also think this is more versatile than Oud Satin Mood. Now I'd wear this night out, date, and also as an office scent going to work, because although it has got that bit of sweetness, it doesn't punch out too much. It's not going to offend people. It's not going to scream out and shout sort of thing. It does sit nice. The longevity on this, so I got longevity wise, I got about 9-10 hours, and then it comes to a skin scent. Now with the longevity, it's not going to punch out too far, as I say. It's going to do half an arm's length, nice little scent bubble, and that'll get closer. With this, I wore this, did get a few compliments with this, people around this. Although it is very feminine, people around me do appreciate this. I think it's really nice. So I'll tell you a little story. I wore this one day, I think it was Tuesday. Wore it all day as I was in work. Then it sort of faded around midnight time. After 9-10 hours done. When I went to the gym the next day, about 12 o'clock midday, I started doing my workout, and as my skin heated up, it started bouncing back off my skin again, because halfway through my workout, I was like, what's that smell, where's it coming from? And I realised it was me, and it was this. So as it does, like, still sits on your skin. As to say, the original Sospiro Duetto is a feminine fragrance. Now, I'd say this is more like 70-30 feminine to masculine, but I don't mind where the feminine fragrances. I'm quite open-minded when it comes to fragrances. I'll try any. I really do like the note of rose, and mixed with oud. I do like oud as well, but this is well done. Really, really well done. Now, if you do want to try Maison Francis Care de Jean's Oud Satin Mood, but you haven't got the funds, definitely try this one, because it'll give you a good vibe of what it is and what it feels like. It is a lot more toned down, but it'll give you the DNA sort of thing of what MFK Oud Satin Mood is. And if you do like this, I think you will like Oud Satin Mood, although that is a lot more ramped up and it's a lot more out there in your face. I'd say Oud Satin Mood was more of a clubbing scent, where this was more of a work, date, office scent sort of thing. But also the trail that this leaves is unbelievable. It leaves lovely sillage behind you, so it's quite thick. So when you are walking around and it is moving in the air. People are going to notice it and people are going to really enjoy it. It's not going to offend anyone, this. It's not too harsh. It's very, very smooth. But I'm very, very pleased with it. The thing with this as well, I've wore this 2 or 3 days as I've been testing it, and I've keep going back to it. There's something in this that keeps drawing me back to it, which is always a good sign because I really enjoy wearing it and I know I'll get me wear out of it. Now, I've put a good little dent in that, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it. I've worn it a few times and I've put a good little dent in it. So I do really enjoy it, you know what I mean? And I'd recommend it. If you are quite daring and you're into your feminine fragrances or fragrances that touch a bit feminine, go and give this a try. If you are into your really masculine ones, which I am, but as I say, I don't mind trying different ones. But if you like your overly masculine fragrances and you're not into the feminine ones, this is going to be no good for you because it does lean more feminine than masculine to me. So I know most men find that quite challenging. But yeah, it's a massive thumbs up for me from this one. I'd recommend you getting it. If you want to try Oud Satin Mood, definitely give this a little go and you'll get a good vibe of how it's going to go. So yeah, thanks very much for watching this one. I have got a few more that I'm going to be bringing you week by week. As I say, I'm just in my testing phases of the Alexandria at the minute, but everything I've tried, I've been really impressed. So I'll leave all the links in the descriptions below for if you do want to get your hands on this. I'll leave the Alexandria Fragrances website below for you if you want to go and check it out. So thanks very much for watching, and don't forget, smell good and you'll feel good, and I'll speak to you soon.